I almost started the game without even hitting the live button. Welcome to Word Hoax, the game of verbal cloaks, jokes, and master strokes. I'm your host, Tom Sherman. We have an exciting game of Word Hoax for you tonight. Let's go right ahead and meet our contestants in no particular order. Halo Kitty, who says, "Will you trick or be tricked?" That is the question. Also joining us tonight, we have Tucker, who says, "I don't know what I'm doing, but I am still very confident." Let's see. Pete, who says, "I'm only here to take down Baggins." Harrison, let's see. According to Harrison. And let's see, Tasha, a fun loving data scientist working at Story Squad. And then last but not least, Herb Alert, which I don't even have an intro for Herb Alert queued up. As you know. But here, last but not least, we do have Baggins, known as the Elizabeth Holmes of EdTech, and playing in. You're banned from playing the game. It's been determined you're a conflict of interest. You can't win any NFTs that you're trying to build your own company with.
Outrageous.
I know it doesn't make sense. You should be able to win all the NFTs, but that's not happening. So in your stead, we do have Alphabot. Gonna play for you here tonight. So let's see here. Let me mute my screen here so maybe I'm getting no more echo. That is good. All right. Nothing new in today's game is scripted. All right. Alphabot is powered by GPT-3, which we all know is an autoregressive language model using deep learning to produce human-like text. And neither Alphabot nor any of our contestants know the prompts I'm about to reveal. So here's how we play. I'm going to read a word, a person's name, or movie title. Then you, the contestants, will have about a minute to submit a fake answer for that prompt that sounds plausible enough to be real. No Googling is allowed, and try to keep it PG-13. Word Hoax is a family show here, folks. So let me drop the lobby code here in the chat for all y'all to log in. And we can get this game underway. So in round one, we're going to do a word. All right. And the word, let me also make sure that this is loaded in. We did have some issues with security insofar as I was requested to bring words that are ungoogleable. It sounds like we might have had some bad actors in the area over the past couple weeks Googling, and so I've done my best here to bring some ungoogleable. None of it. All right, so I'm loading in a word. Let's see. We've got Tasha, Greg, Herb Alert, Halo Kitty, Pete. Alphabot is all in the lobby. We're waiting on a couple more players. If you want to click that link in the chat, you'll be well on your way to figuring out what exactly is going on. We've got Baggins, Herb Alert, Harrison, Tasha, Pete, Halo Kitty, Alphabot. We're waiting on you here, Tucker. Do you see the link in the chat? It'd be on like this side of the screen over here somewhere. There's some sort of private chat in the StreamYard.
Everybody else's thing says like they aren't no microphone. Mine doesn't say that. I noticed that.
Well, that's because you're not muted. You're talking to me. I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Asking you if you've clicked the
link.
I
don't know what the hell I'm doing, but
yeah, living up.
Do I hit my own picture or because I don't see a thing on the
All right. Here. Open a new tab. All right, and I'll tell you a web address to go to. You ready?
Okay.
All right. It's www.wordhoax.com.
Okay.
/LTGL.
All right, I got www.
I feel like we don't do the www anymore. Is that still a thing?
I use it. I've never had a problem typing www into anything yet. But I think the slick websites do just go right from the HTTPS into it. All right, so how are we doing here, Tucker? You getting into wordhoax.com?
Not quite yet.
Are you Tucker or are you Tucker Man?
I'm Tucker Man.
Or Tucker Man. Okay.
Okay, so oh my god. I mean, I could just wait and figure it out next time. I think
Fair
I could.
enough. I think you can do it. I believe in you.
Or I could figure it out.
Just go
on.
So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. How about this? We'll start round one. We'll get some technical. We'll get the tech team on it with you here.
It won't work for you. Are you getting an error code?
I'm not getting anything. I'm just like, I'm not see. I haven't.
You see the chat, the private chat, in the right side of the screen.
Yeah.
Did you click on that link?
Yeah.
And then you don't get anything?
I just clicked on it. It says you're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. So should I turn my mic off?
No, you want to stay in the show. That's a fact. But you want to get into you want to click this.
That link. Does that link not take you to Word Hoax?
It took everybody else. You want to click this link. See this link over here, Tucker, in this thing that says private chat on the side of your screen.
Oh, yeah.
There should be a link in there that you could click.
Yes, I got it.
All right, here we go.
It says code name. Change your code name.
There you go.
Yeah, you're in. Oh, man.
I should put my name in?
You should put Tucker Man. Tuck. There we go. And we're off to the races. 60 seconds on the clock. We've got a word right now. That word is Wamima. Wamima is the word. We're going to start this game right now. What does Wamima mean? 60 seconds on the clock. Alphabot's already in. Think of NFTs like keys to the future. Right now, as humans, we interact with businesses and organizations much like ants might their queen, slaving away day in and day out for resources to give to the queen so that she may survive. NFTs turn this one-directional relationship into a community partnership. Owning NFTs of organizations will allow those owners special perks like early access to future products, exclusive content behind paywalls, and access to the inner community. Not only that, but NFTs are transferable, allowing owners to sell at a premium, which in turn appreciate all other NFTs held by community members. So NFTs are part art, part online identity, part admission to a virtual country club, part crypto speculation, part generational wealth, and all real, baby.
Hey, you know what I love?
What's that?
That it automatically submits what I have put into the queue when my time is up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is quite a feature. That is the feature I've been looking for.
Yep. Shout out to Rick Rod, big time, getting that one in there, because that is huge, right? It takes a whole lot of weight off your shoulders.
Because I'm like really freaking out right there, and then it's good. I'm done. It's like a whole 2 seconds to just get that clicker over.
There it is. some rye strategy out there from Harrison for anyone taking notes. All right, here are our definitions. I'm going to read through these twice, and then we will start guessing on what you think the real one is. For Wemima, number one, another way of saying why. Number two, an imaginary island where British Victorian author Anthony Trollope set his poorly received knockoff to Robinson Crusoe. Number three, a traditional Pakistani dish consisting of goat meat, rice, and vegetables flavored with curry. Number four, short for Wiimote, the Nintendo Wii remote controller. Number five, Wilma from Flintstones mixed with Mamma Mia. Number six, in Hawaiian culture, a massive wave that breaks along the shore. Number seven, Algonquin word for a cool breeze over a high mountain. Number six, a Comanche word for a leather pouch used to store pemmican or water. And number nine, the full moon. So those are your options for Wemima. Number one, another way of saying why. Number two, an imaginary island where British Victorian author Anthony Trollope set his poorly received knockoff to Robinson Crusoe. Number three, a traditional Pakistani dish consisting of goat meat, rice, and vegetables flavored with curry. Number four, short for Wiimote, the Nintendo Wii remote controller. Number five, Wilma from Flintstones mixed with Mamma Mia. Number six, in Hawaiian culture, a massive wave that breaks along the shore. Number seven, Algonquin word for a cool breeze over a high mountain. Number eight, Comanche word for a leather pouch used to store pemmican or water. And number nine, the full moon. So those are your options for Wemima. We will start the voting here. And let's see, the computer has selected Tasha to go first. Tasha, what are your thoughts here on the slate of definitions for Wemima? I believe you are on mute.
So I'm thinking pemmican. I think it's got to be pemmican. That's so obscure.
Comanche word for a leather pouch to store pemmican or water. What is pemmican? That's what I was wondering as I read that word twice.
It's like a travel food or something.
Okay, like
it's dried bison.
Dried bison. Interesting.
Says the author of that definition.
Yeah, I don't know. Possibly tipping his hand, knowing what pemmican was.
Pemmican would have been a good word for word hoax, actually.
It sure would, and I'll put it on the list. But I think we all know what it means now. Interesting. So Tasha's going with a Comanche word for a leather pouch used to store dried bison or water. On to Herb Alert. What are you thinking here?
There were some good submissions. I liked, which one was number 3 again, Tom?
Number 3, a traditional Pakistani dish consisting of goat meat, rice, and vegetables flavored with curry.
I'm going with 3.
That does sound delicious, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it makes me hungry.
Yeah, I mean, man, I love
Is
goats.
goat meat separate from lamb? Is that like a distinction?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
goats,
goat?
and, goats and lambs are completely different animals.
Are they?
Yes.
I
thought goats were lambs.
I believe goat meat is the most consumed meat in the world.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
Confirmed by my local butcher. He told me that, and he never has goat around, and it's all super expensive. But he says
Goat
everywhere
is
else,
expensive.
yeah, goat's super expensive around here because everyone wants it. It's really good. It's delicious, and you can't get it. You know.
I don't think that's true.
Where do you get goat?
Well, first off, a couple things.
We're never gonna get.
My wife is Pakistani. She slaughters goats. Halal.
Wait a minute.
Halali.
At your house?
Across the pasture.
Wow.
You eat.
Okay.
You eat
That's
well.
pretty fresh. That's
Yeah,
pretty fresh.
That's legit.
Drink goat's milk.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
I
goat's
hear.
blood.
I mean, goats are better to keep than cows because they take less space but offer the same amount of fertilizer and milk. So that's fair enough. All right, let's see. This is getting back on the rails here. Going on to Halo Kitty. What's your take here on just things in general?
Well, this has been riveting so far. So I'm gonna go with the Hawaiian word for the wave breaking.
Hawaiian word, Hawaiian culture, a massive wave that breaks along the shore. Wimima. That sounds right. That sounds right. I mean, plausible. Very plausible. Pete, where are we at here?
I'm in total agreement with Halo Kitty.
Total agreement.
It's got to be a Hawaiian word.
Gotta be a Hawaiian word. Is it the W or the 2 I's and 2 M's that
It's
makes
the-
you say that?
It's the number of vowels to consonants ratio, which is the giveaway.
Right. 3 to, yeah, good 1-to-1 vowel to consonant ratio. Probably Hawaiian. Put that in the back pocket along with the
Sounds like a
pimmican.
Wordle addict.
All right, let's see. On to Alphabot. Let's see if I can do this here. On to Alphabot's guess.
I'm going to go with Wilma from Flintstones mixed with Mamma Mia because I think it fits better.
There you have it. It fits better to have Wilma from the Flintstones and Mamma Mia. I guess that's like a prehistoric sort of musical. I'd watch it. Baggins, on to you. Would you watch that musical?
I would totally watch. That was gonna be my pick, but then Alphabot picked it. I am rooting for Alphabot. I think I want to go with the Algonquin.
Algonquin. Word for a cool breeze over a high mountain. Seems right. Wimima. Similar to the wave in Hawaiian culture, except a little bit different. Mountain wave of sorts. Harrison, lot of picks all across the board. No, where are you landing on this? You're muted.
I think I'm between the Algonquin and the Hawaiian.
So, hi, Wonquin, or an Algonquian.
Maybe, I don't know, but I think those two sound pretty good for me. I think I'm gonna go with the Hawaiian.
Going with the Hawaiian one, in Hawaiian culture, a massive wave that breaks along the shore. Wimima, and last but not least, Tuck. What are you thinking here on all these options? Which one do you think the right definition is for Wimima?
Well, I like the Flintstones one, but I think I'm going to go with Robinson Crusoe because it sounds made up.
All right, an imaginary island where British Victorian author Anthony Trollope set his poorly received knockoff to Robinson Crusoe. Because it sounds made up, I like that answer. You never know. It could be real, even though it sounds made up. So let's submit these guesses.
Does the capital W matter? Does that mean it's a proper noun?
I don't think so. I don't think
shit.
so. I
Well,
think
that
that's just how it
looks
happens.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Interesting question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Here's some honorable mentions. Tasha wrote another way of saying why, and Alphabot wrote short for Wiimote, the Nintendo Wii remote controller. Both good submissions, and yet no one guessing for them, unfortunately. Let's see who got some votes. Pete got a vote from Herb Alert for a traditional Pakistani dish consisting of goat meat, rice, and vegetables flavored with curry. So Pete, not the author of the one that actually Harrison wrote, Comanche word for a leather pouch used to store pemmican or water, which Tasha voted for. Possibly undercutting what could have been a groundswell for that, Harrison, by Pete's knowledge there of the word pemmican. Baggins got a vote from Tuck, writing An Imaginary Island, where British Victorian author Anthony Trollope set his poorly received knockoff to Robinson Crusoe. Meanwhile, Halo Kitty getting Baggins' vote with the Algonquin word for a cool breeze over a high mountain. Tuck getting a vote from Alphabot with Wilma from Flintstones mixed with Mamma Mia. But the big winner here today at this round, Herb Alert with In Hawaiian Culture, a massive wave that breaks along the shore, getting Halo Kitty, Pete, and Harrison's votes. That is a strong 3-point round there for Herb Alert. The real definition of Wamima, which nobody voted for, is the full moon. The full moon. So let's see, I'll pull up I actually Googled full moon just in case anybody wanted to know what that looked like. And that's what it is. So there you have that. Let's look at the scoreboard. Herb Alert here with a strong 3-point lead over Halo Kitty, Pete, Baggins, Harrison, and Tuck, all with a point each. And then Tasha and Alphabot rounding out the scoreboard here in 7th and 8th place. But hey, a lot of time left on the board. Let's play another round.
Tom, was that definition prompted by the fact that it is a full moon tonight?
That's a good question, and I can't give you that answer, unfortunately. Can neither confirm nor deny. I'm gonna have to just give you a nice little Glomar response. So we can't really reveal too much of the inner workings about why and how things happen the way they do around here.
But it should have been a clue, obviously.
It could have been a clue. I mean, for an astute individual such as yourself, obviously you're onto the game here. What that game is,
It's
let me
hard to
know
know
when you find out. So, but let's see. We are going on to round 2 of the game, which is the biography. So here I'm gonna load up a person. We've got 90 seconds on the clock for you to define who M.R. Rice was. Who is M.R. Rice? So we're gonna start the round right now. Who is this person? What did they do? What is their claim to fame? And I'll see you all back here in about 90 seconds. Look, I know what you're thinking. How do I play this game? Get in on these NFTs. Quit my corporate job. Well, let me tell you, it's easy. We run 2 competitions daily. Word Hoax, which you're currently watching, and Clash of the Pencils, a 1-page story contest where the internet public picks the winner each night. Both are a quick creative workout to get your mind right during the day, not to mention the fame, glory, and NFTs. If you're interested in playing either of these games, reach out to me, Tom Sherman, in one of the following ways. On social media, send me a DM in Twitter at ShermQ5 or at Story Squad HQ. Give us both a follow while you're there. If you're watching on the Facebook stream, send me a message. Other contact methods include any other way you can think of reaching me, up to but not exclusively playing 6 Degrees of Tom Sherman, smoke signals, and of course, skywriting. All right, 15 seconds left on the clock. We've got Tasha in, Herb Alert, Halo Kitty, Pete, Alphabot in, Baggins, Harrison, and Tuck, all waiting for their responses. But we're going to get them nonetheless because it is 1 second left and they are all in. Let's read these definitions for M.R. Rice. Who was M.R. Rice? Number 1, a British inventor who patented the first rotating electric fan in 1923. Number 2, the first B-52 pilot to perform a barrel roll. Number 3, a San Diego housewife who discovered 4 types of pentagons after reading her son's Scientific American magazine. Number 4, the court's jester in the 17th century parliament within the House of Commons. Number 5, CJ. Number 6, One of the world's leading behavioral geneticists, this American is credited with being the first to establish the laws of nature for the study of human genetics and behavior. Number 7, born Mixon Riley Rice in 1841, he led several futile frontal assaults up Little Round Top against famed General Chamberlain at the Battle of Gettysburg. Number 8, a rival of Edison, he patented the electric push broom. And number 9, the godfather of driver's ed. This one-time taxi driver campaigned U.S. Congress in 1954 to mandate that all American drivers must pass a comprehensive in-car exam before being granted a driver's license. So those are your options for M.R. Rice. Number 1, British inventor who patented the first rotating electric fan in 1923. Number 2, the first B-52 pilot to perform a barrel roll. Number 3, San Diego housewife who discovered 4 types of pentagons after reading her son's Scientific American magazine. Number 4, the court's jester in the 17th century parliament within the House of Commons. Number 5, CJ. Number 6, one of the world's leading behavioral geneticists, this American is credited with being the first to establish the laws of nature for the study of human genetics and behavior. Number 7, born Mixon Riley Rice in 1841, he led several futile frontal assaults up the Little Round Top against famed General Chamberlain at the Battle of Gettysburg. Number 8, a rival of Edison, he patented the electric push broom. And number 9, the godfather of driver's ed, this one-time taxi driver campaigned U.S. Congress in 1954 to mandate that all American drivers must pass a comprehensive in-car exam before being granted a driver's license. So those are your options. And let's see, we are starting with Herb Alert, as you are in the lead of the board. So you do get the first guess on this round. What are you thinking here? You are muted.
I really like the Parliament one.
The court jester in Parliament.
The court jester. Sounds
Let's
great.
see. That was number 4, the court's jester in the 17th century Parliament within the House of Commons. M.R. Rice. What a great role to have, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the house clown sounds fun.
You know, it sounds fun. We could probably use one around here. That would be great.
Yes.
Let's see. What are we going to now? Hello Kitty in second place here on the scoreboard. So we go to you. What are you thinking here?
Lots of good choices, but I think the godfather of driver's ed.
Yeah, that sounds great, doesn't it? One-time taxi driver. I just enjoy the one-time taxi driver campaigning Congress and mandating all American drivers pass a comprehensive in-car exam before being granted a driver's license. I just want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see that deposition or that hearing. I want to see it all on C-SPAN. That looks great. Let's see here. Pete, over to you here. What are you thinking?
But I can't follow Halo Kitty twice, so I'm going to go with the commander at Gettysburg, number 7.
Yes, number 7, born Mixon Riley Rice in 1841, he led several futile frontal assaults up Little Round Top against famed General Chamberlain at the Battle of Gettysburg. Trying to make some daylight between yourself and Halo Kitty makes sense. I mean, there's not a lot of room here in second place with 5 people tied with a point. So let's see, Harrison, it's over to you. What are you thinking? You're on mute if you are speaking.
What was number 1 again?
Number 1 is a British inventor who patented the first rotating electric fan in 1923.
I kind of like that one.
Kind of like it. So let's
Actually, hold on. No.
Wow.
Wait.
Classic move here by Harrison. The old 1-2 skidoo.
And what was the last one?
The last one is the godfather of driver's ed. This one-time taxi driver campaigned the U.S. Congress in 1954 to mandate that all American drivers must pass a comprehensive in-car exam before being granted a driver's license.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna go with that one.
Going with number 9, the godfather of driver's ed, along with Halo Kitty. Interesting maneuver here. Tuck, on to you. Who do you think M.R. Rice is?
I automatically I thought for driver's ed, so I'm gonna go with that.
Going with the driver's ed. Going
Almost
with
went
the
with court jester, but that's the first thing I thought.
torn between the court jester and the godfather of driver's ed. Going with the driver's ed because that's where the gut was. Makes sense to me. Baggins, what are you thinking here?
You're all fools. Pentagons. So many kinds of pentagons. That's Scientific American.
A San Diego housewife who discovered 4 types of pentagons after reading her son's Scientific American magazine really seems to have gotten you in the zone there.
No human could come up with that. It's too strange. It has to be right.
Yeah.
It's an interesting tactic. Let's see if that pays off. Let's go to Alphabot now and see what Alphabot's guess is going to be.
I'm going to go with born Mixon Raleigh Rice in 1841. He led several futile frontal assaults up Little Round Top against famed General Chamberlain at the Battle of Gettysburg because he had this really crazy plan to get up on top of the hill and blow the fucking hilltop clean off as opposed to throwing artillery pieces up the hill.
Oh, wow.
Alphabot, no!
Alphabot. This is a PG-13
Alphabot.
a family show.
In my bed, too.
It's, you know,
that's too good.
you are allowed to drop 1 F-bomb per FCC rules and still be rated a PG-13 show. I've looked it up before, mostly because I thought we had to be careful about Harrison. I didn't think it would have to be the AI that would do it. But interesting guess here from Alphabot. Mixon Riley Rice going up Little Round Top. Reasoning because he had a crazy plan to, quote, get up on top of this hill and blow the effing hilltop clean off, as opposed to towing artillery pieces up a hill, which, wow, that's wild. I mean, why not? Why not? That's why it's the Army Corps of Engineers, right? You're just like, blow it up! All right, and let's see.
That made my night. Oh, God.
All right, Tasha. Last but not least, what are you thinking here?
Driver's ed. Going with driver's ed.
Driver's ed. A groundswell here for driver's ed, the godfather of driver's ed. And let's see if that's going to be the right answer for M.R. Rice. We do have some honorable mentions. Pete writing, British inventor who patented the first rotating electric fan in 1923, almost getting Harrison's vote. Halo Kitty writing, arrival of Edison, he patented the electric push broom. Also good. Tasha, the first B-52 pilot to perform a barrel roll. Tuck writing CJ, and then Alphabot writing one of the world's one of the world's leading behavioral geneticists. This American is credited with being the first to establish the laws of nature for the study of human genetics.
The
and
laws
behavior.
of nature, the first to establish all the laws, all of them.
Well, no, just the laws of nature for the study of human genetics and behavior. Like a very thin scope of the laws of nature, if you think about it. Let's see. We did get some votes here. Herb Alert getting a vote from Herb Alert for the court's jester in the 17th century parliament within the House of Commons.
That guy.
Cunning.
Harrison loves this. This is
Cunning
classic
move.
Harrison.
Didn't give any points to anybody, and unfortunately not able to get anybody to follow suit.
I
So-
thought I was an influencer, Tom.
You know,
You have to have a good one to actually do that. That was kind of a bad one, to be honest. Because you like it's like a name, and you were like the whole century. This guy was the court jester. The entire 17th century, he was the court jester.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if they had him. I guess 1600s, right?
Sure. I mean, anyways, that's some good breakdown and analysis there for you from Harrison.
I'm sorry.
Harrison getting a couple of points, backing it up with a solid bio here from Pete and Alphabot. Born Mixon Riley Rice in 1841, he led several futile frontal assaults up Little Round Top against famed General Chamberlain at the Battle of Gettysburg, showing Herbalert how it's done. And yet Baggins is really the one showing people how it's done, with getting Tasha, Halo Kitty, Harrison, and Tux's vote, with the godfather of driver Zed. This one-time taxi driver campaigned U.S. Congress in 1954 to mandate that all American drivers must pass a comprehensive in-car exam before being granted a driver's license. 4 points right there for Baggins.
Dude, that's got to be a high score on a definition.
It's pretty good, and especially when you think about this, he got the right answer too. M.R. Rice was a San Diego housewife who discovered 4 types of pentagons after reading her son's Scientific American magazine. So here she is, Marjorie Rice, and these are the pentagons. Look at that. It's pretty sweet. Got some good looking pentagons there for sure. It was she used to fight over the magazine for a column called Mathematic Games. And then in one of the columns, they were talking about how they've discovered, or they thought they'd discovered all the pentagons in the world. And she went to work, I don't know, and found 4 more. So cool stuff there. Let's reveal these results, see what we got for the scoreboard. Baggins with a 5-point round, skyrocketing into first place with 6 points. Herbalert, Harrison tied neck and neck with 3 points apiece. Halo Kitty, Pete, and Tuck all with 1 point still. Tasha, Alphabot looking to get on the board. Still a lot of room to play, a lot of opportunity out there. And we're going into our final round, which is the movies. And this is where a lot of points get thrown around. So let's get this show on the road once again. I'm going to upload a movie title and description here into this yonder category. Click that button there. All right, we've got 120 seconds on the clock for you to write out the plot for this movie. It is called Lockdown. The movie is called Lockdown. You have 120 seconds to write that plot starting now. What is the movie Lockdown about? I don't know what to say, really. When you get old in life, you find out life is this game of words. I mean, the difference between winning and losing here is so small. You know, one adjective too late or too early, you don't quite describe it. One plot line too slow, too fast, you don't hook your readers. The words we need are everywhere around us. They're in every story, every setting, every sentence. On this app, we fight for each word. On this app, we tear our rough drafts to pieces for that word. We claw with our fingernails for that word. Because we know when we add up all those words, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. And that's what living is. The 6 words in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look into the mirror, look into your eyes. And I think you're going to see an author willing to go get that word with you. That's Clash of the Pencils, folks. That's all it is. 30 seconds left. Alphabot in. Nobody else. All still typing hard away on what lockdown could be. Tasha is in. 15 seconds left. Pete is in. We've got 5, 4. Tuck is in. 3, 2. Herbalert. Hello Kitty. Hey, all right, Harrison, Baggins, we're all in. Let's go read these definitions for lockdown. Number 1, as zombies attack Los Angeles, a university closes down and the students fight back to reclaim their campus. Number 2, in this high school film class project, substitute teacher Mr. Crotum gets in over his head after losing his students' cell phones and ends up learning the true meaning of lockdowns. Number 3, after one of his hostage negotiations goes awry, LAPD officer Bobby Dawkins quits the force and relocates his family to the suburbs. As the sheriff in a sleepy town, Bobby thinks he has escaped the hustle and bustle until an elaborate local heist puts him back in the center of a hostage lockdown situation. Number 4, a French rom-com about a Tinder date that extends well past its prime after illness. Number 5, when tyrannical kindergarten teacher Miss Crumple locks down her classroom until her 6-year-old Charges can demonstrate a full fluency in reading, writing, and arithmetic. A group of vigilante parents, led by Carl Weathers, infiltrate the classroom through the ventilation system and free their children. Number 6, a city gets locked down due to a virus that is unknown to scientists. A family must find a way out. Number 7, a story about a group of inmates who plot the murder of their abusive warden to take place during a lockdown. Number 8, based on Tom Clancy's smash hit Executive Orders, this movie follows the acting president, Michael Clay, after an assassination of several of the top leaders of the U.S. government. And number 9, a young man goes on a road trip with his younger brother and his older brother's girlfriend. They run into some trouble after losing his younger brother's girlfriend at a truck stop. Those are your options for lockdown. Number 1, as zombies attack Los Angeles, a university closes down and the students fight back to reclaim their campus. Number 2, in this high school film class project, substitute teacher Mr. Crotum gets in over his head after losing his students' cell phones and ends up learning the true meaning of lockdowns. Number 3, after one of his hostage negotiations goes awry, LAPD officer Bobby Dawkins quits the force and relocates his family to the suburbs. As the sheriff in a sleepy town, Bobby thinks he's escaped the hustle and bustle until an elaborate local heist puts him back at the center of a hostage lockdown situation. Number 4, French rom-com about a Tinder date that extends well past its prime after illness. Number 5, when tyrannical kindergarten teacher Miss Crumple locks down her classroom until her 6-year-old charges can demonstrate a full fluency in reading, writing, and arithmetic, a group of vigilante parents, led by Carl Weathers, infiltrate the classroom through the ventilation system to free their children. Number 6, a city gets locked down due to a virus that is unknown to scientists. A family must find a way out. Number 7, a story about a group of inmates who plot the murder of their abusive warden to take place during a lockdown. Number 8, based on Tom Clancy's smash hit Executive Orders, this movie follows the acting president, Michael Clay, after an assassination of several of the top leaders of the U.S. government. And number 9, a young man goes on a road trip with his younger brother and his older brother's girlfriend, and they run into some trouble after losing his younger brother's girlfriend at a truck stop. All right, those are your options there for lockdown. Let's see. Checking the scoreboard for our leader, who is Baggins. So honor goes to you here, sir. What are you thinking of these movie titles?
Ooh. Tough. What was the one before the Tom Clancy one? Is it 6?
Let's see. Number 7, a story about a group of inmates who plot the murder of their abusive warden to take place during a lockdown.
Oh. I'll go for the Clancy one, but I think it's Harrison's.
Thinking it's Harrison's, but guessing for it anyway.
That's how I
Based
roll.
on Tom Clancy's smash hit executive orders, this movie follows the acting president, Michael Clay, after an assassination of several of the top leaders of the U.S. government.
That smile. That smile. I did it.
He knows.
Nah, I'm just saying. I mean, I guess I feel like it could be mine. Maybe. Definitely. I'm definitely not. I don't know.
There's an
doesn't
NFT
know.
at stake here, so like the game is still live.
It's happening. It's real, and it's Herb Alert's pick. What are you thinking, Herb Alert, about all this? You're tied here with Harrison.
The what was the long one again? The like number 3 was it?
Yeah, after one of his hostage negotiation goes awry,
Yeah.
LAPD officer Bobby Dawkins quits the force, relocates his family to the suburbs. As sheriff in a sleepy town, thinks he's escaped the hustle and bustle until an elaborate local heist puts him back at the center of a hostage lockdown situation.
I'm tempted to go with that one, but I also am tempted to go with the one that Baggins originally was going to go for, which was number 7. I'll go with number 7.
Number 7. Story about a group of inmates who plot the murder of their abusive warden. Take place during a lockdown. Is that what you'd be watching on date night?
Yes. If I could even get a date, that would be my goal.
There you go.
Alphabot is available.
Wow. Just offering Alphabot up for dates like that, Greg. Again,
You can
conflict
win.
of interest.
Alphabot, you're gonna win the NFT.
We're trying to sell these NFTs, but not like in a weird way like that. All right, like it's like. Anyways,
All right.
Let's move along. Harrison, you're tied with Herb Alert as well. So what are you thinking? Or you got some options here. Yeah.
I think I got to go with lockdown. With the cop, with the I'm sorry, the jail lockdown.
Doing a little bit. Doing number 7, the story about a group of inmates who plot the murder of their abusive warden to take place during a lockdown. So you're actually following Herb Alert's lead here. Are you not concerned that Herb Alert might have done what he did last round and voted for his own? Sorry, I didn't mean to ask you a stumper there. That was just like a quick yes or no gut reaction.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to keep on moving on. So let's see. Let me check the scoreboard. Halo Kitty, here we are, and on to you. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm torn between the Bobby Dawkins or the prison lockdown, but I think I'm going to go with prison lockdown.
Going with the prison lockdown. Any particular reason why you picked that one over Bobby Dawkins?
Yeah, because I can see this one, like, I can see the poster for this one in my head.
Right. The other one's a little bit tougher to kind of reconcile. What exactly is that elaborate local heist that puts him back in the center of things? I don't know. Yeah, that's tough.
It's hard to lock
question.
down the suburbs.
Yeah.
Easier to lock down a prison.
That makes a lot of sense. That's a good point. All right. So let's see here. On to Pete. Pete, what are you thinking?
In spite of Halo Kitty's well-reasoned reason why 3 is not it, I'm going with number 3.
Going with number 3. The lockdown of the suburbs by former LAPD police officer Bobby Dawkins, now the sheriff in a sleepy town, escaping the hustle and bustle. So wow, we've got a strong 7-3 sort of split here along the way. Let me look at the scores here. Tuck, it's over to you. What are you thinking about all these movies?
I was gonna immediately go with the prison lockdown one because I've never seen any movies about a school getting locked down, but I've seen a lot of prison movies and people love prison movies for some reason. I don't, but it's such,
Okay,
right? Okay, I'm gonna go with the prison one.
going with the prison one, because you've seen a lot of prison movies, although you don't like them. But it seems like
Shawshank
people do.
Redemption's alright.
Right, right. I mean, Shawshank Redemption was good, right? That's a Longest Yard. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
You know, Escape from Alcatraz. I don't
There's
know. The
just so
Dirty
many
Dozen is technically
Things about
prison
prison. Like,
adjacent. Yeah.
people love watching shows and movies about prison.
Prison Break. Right. Yeah. There's a. Anyways, we don't need to go down this rabbit hole too far. All right, very good. And then let's see, Tasha, what are your thoughts here?
You know what? I want to go with the one with the most pronouns.
Most pronouns. I don't know which one. Is that number 3? There's a lot of pronouns in that one.
I'll go with number 3.
I don't know. There was a lot of pronouns in that last one with like younger brothers. Blah blah blah. I guess that's not a pronoun. There were a lot of there were a lot of possessive nouns.
A lot of possessive.
There was, yeah. There's not as number 5 had a lot of pronouns. The tyrannical Miss Crumple locks down her classroom with her 6-year-olds, but no, I mean it's got to be number 3. I mean, there's like 10 pronouns in here. It's going number 3, the Bobby Dawkins. Interesting guess here. And then Alphabot, last but not least. Let's see what Alphabot's saying.
I'm going to go with a story about a group of inmates who plot the murder of their abusive warden to take place during a lockdown. Because I'm not sure what else to call it.
Well, call it a guess because that's what that was. Interesting. So we're basically dead split here. 4 votes for number 7, 3 votes for number 3, and then Baggins giving a vote to Harrison, or so he claims. Let's see some honorable mentions for Lockdown. Pete writing, as zombies attack Los Angeles, a university closes down and the students fight back to reclaim their campus. Halo Kitty wrote, a French rom-com about a Tinder date that extends well past its prime after illness. Tuck wrote, a city gets locked down due to a virus that is unknown to scientists. A family must find a way out. Alphabot wrote, a young man goes on a road trip with his younger brother and his older brother's girlfriend, and they run into some trouble after losing his younger brother's girlfriend at a truck stop.
There was no mention of a younger. It was the older brother's girlfriend, and then the younger brother's girlfriend gets just randomly left at this truck stop.
Well, that's
just
the
wanted to
plot
point that
twist.
out.
That's the plot twist. It was. She was both of their girlfriends the whole time. It's Anyways, Baggins wrote, when tyrannical kindergarten teacher Miss Crumple locks down her classroom until 6-year-old charges can demonstrate a full fluency in reading, writing, and arithmetic, a group of vigilante parents led by Carl Weathers infiltrate the classroom through the ventilation system to free their children. All right, let's see who got some votes. Harrison getting Baggins' vote, as Baggins knew it as he said it, based on Tom Clancy's smash hit Executive Orders. This movie follows the acting president, Michael Clay, after an assassination of several of the top leaders of the U.S. government.
Fool me thrice. Fool me thrice.
Hook, line, and sinker. Every time. Herb Alert gets 3 votes from Tasha, Pete, and Alphabot, with after one of his hostage negotiations goes awry, LAPD officer Bobby Dawkins quits the force, relocates the family to the suburbs. As the sheriff in the sleepy town, Bobby thinks he's escaped the hustle and bustle until an elaborate local heist puts him back in the center of a hostage lockdown situation. Good for 3 points, but not the highest point getter of the round. That goes to Tasha with a story about a group of inmates who plot the murder of their abusive warden to take place during a lockdown, getting Herbalert, Halo Kitty, Harrison, and Tuck's vote. So great work there by Tasha. The real definition voted on by no one. In this high school film class project, substitute teacher Mr. Crotum gets in over his head after losing his students' cell phones and ends up learning the true meaning of lockdowns. So let's see, I do have that pulled up. It's a short film. We won't watch all of it, but we'll watch a good minute or so. It's based on true events.
Mr. Croto, thank you for subbing my class. Miss Johnson. P.S. Phones were taken away because they tried to cheat on a test. Phones, need your phones. Well, if you're going to cheated on your test. Alright, come on, let's go.
Sir, I was wondering if you could sign my trip slip. We're going to the Arachne Museum, and we're going. Okay.
Quiet, everyone. All right, order. Come on. Yeah, I'd like a double cheeseburger.
A large smoothie.
And animal fries.
All right. Settle down, relax. My name is Mr. S. Crotum.
Dude, you're a bullseye.
All right. Okay, can everybody take out their Lord of the Fly books and turn to page 69? All right, can anybody?
Attention, please. This is Mr. Fady. The school is now on lockdown. Please lock your doors and windows. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, sweet dragons of train door. I need my mom. I don't have my RAS train. Oh, lockdown.
Wait, Mr. Crotum.
Crotum. Outside. Well, it looks like somebody's taking the bins. No worries.
Oh, we'll leave that cliffhanger there. It's a great. I've watched that movie. It's an 8-minute movie. I've watched it full the way through twice. It's great. I highly recommend it. I'll drop the link in our Discord channel. Oh man, because let me tell you, he really learns the lesson of lockdowns. That's a fact. So, anyways, that's all we have there. Mr. Crotum, I can't believe that. I can't believe a high school class was able to make that. It's great stuff. All right, so here, what do we have? Herbalert up top with Baggins, 6 points each. Tasha and Harrison in third and fourth with 4 points apiece. And then Halo Kitty, Pete, Tuck, all rounding out the scoreboard here with Alphabot, unfortunately not getting a point. So although Baggins, it says you're in second place, technically you're in last, but close but no cigar. Let's see. And,
there's a lot of firepower today.
There was a lot going on. That was a big game. And look at that, puts Baggins in first place, although as we know that's just not true. Although the godfather of driver's ed, that round 2, Baggins, you got 4 points for this definition. The godfather of driver's ed, you got 1 point for getting the right definition. Marjorie Rice discovered 4 different types of pentagons. Where did this come from? The godfather of driver's ed, and do you know that to be a real person?
I have no idea where it came from. I just sort of free associated and then put all the details. The 20 seconds that you gave us at the end was everything because that was not ready to be shipped until that surplus time.
That's good. I'm glad I could help you not win an NFT. That actually goes to our second place podium winner tonight. Herbler tying with Baggins. Congratulations. And yes, it was one on Wamaima, Hawaiian culture, a massive wave that breaks along the shore. That's where half your points came from. The other half from the movie of the sheriff moving out to the suburbs. What do you bring your inspiration from? What do you tap into to come up with definitions like this? Is it from your mute button?
It is just my, channeling my insanity, and some hit, and as Harrison pointed out, some don't. So,
Well, today they hit more than they didn't,
Yeah,
and that's why you're going to be a proud owner of one of these, an IOU NFT. This is a unique 1 out of 10,000 NFT that's actually an IOU for a different NFT, an upcoming drop from Story Squad. So, do with that what you will. And then third place, Tasha, look at this. Not getting on the board until round 3, and then you did with conviction, and that's why you ended up in third place. Where did you come up with this movie, a story about a group of inmates who plot the murder of an abusive warden and take place during lockdown? And why do you think it tapped into the cultural zeitgeist so much that everybody wanted it to be real?
I wish I could say I knew, but I have no clue.
That's a good point. Fair enough. Is that the movie you'd be watching on movie night?
No, that sounds horrible to me.
That's a fact. Most folks, I don't know where I'm going with any of this. So, anyways, I'm just gonna wrap it up, and that was a lot of fun. Great action all around. You can join us back here next week at the same time, same place for a different hoax, or join us throughout the week. I believe Greg's got big plans to be training up some of these alpha bots so they can actually win some points instead of getting zeros on the scoreboard. Impart some of that I don't know, what do you call it?
Hey, Tom.
Hey,
I almost felt like I won just because the Alphabot picked my Flintstones and Mamma Mia. Like, what the hell is Alphabot thinking?
Nobody knows, but to some degree you did win.
Picks Alphabot.
Yeah, you basically you won that round for sure. I mean, that's where the true.
I couldn't believe Alphabot picked it. I was like, what?
I mean,
never picked that.
That's what Alphabot wanted to see, and that's what we can give Alphabot if we just keep coming back.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alphabot.
All right, folks, I'm gonna hit end broadcast. So until next time, if you're not hoaxing, joking, or stroking, you're not word hoaxing.